Yo, what's going on? Today we back with another reaction video. But nah, today we back with another reaction video, and today we got a little something different. You know, we got what happened to Bugha. What the fuck happened to Bugha, bro? Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro went quiet, but at the same time, bro is paid. Like, if I was him, I wouldn't care where I went. Honestly, I'd be somewhere chilling if I was him too. 3 mil plus winning FNCS back to back. I think he won like 3 or 4, something like that. I don't know, but where this man go is like he just vanished, bro. Like, he just got all that money, he just did it. Be like, okay, I got my money, I'm finna enjoy it. It is what it is. I don't know, but I don't know. Do he still stream, bro? I don't know if he still stream. Like, I haven't heard much from Bugha at all. Like, all I've been seeing now is Peterbot. No Bugha. Like, what happened, bro? But we finna find out what happened to Bugha, man. The GOAT.
The word GOAT is often used to describe somebody as the greatest of all time. But what truly makes a person or player great?
Bugha can soar up into the sky. Go for it! Here it is! Shockwave to Hyde! Shots coming in! No elimination yet for the first game victory royale! Your world champion!
Cornbread!
Not just skills in the game can make somebody the GOAT. They also must impact the world and increase the game's popularity.
Fortnite World Cup Solos champion Bugha is 16 years old from Pennsylvania.
This is the story of Fortnite's undisputed greatest of all time, and his name is
Bugha.
The kid who changed Fortnite forever. Kyle Bugha Giersdorf was born on December 30th, 2002 in Pennsylvania. He was raised by
Giersdorf. That sounds like some Phineas and Ferb type.
his 2 parents, Darcy and Glenn Giersdorf, along with his little sister. His dad was a longtime gamer.
He got a sister? I didn't even know he had a sister, man. That's
Bugha
crazy.
to gaming at a very early age.
I was introduced to gaming pretty much by my dad. He's been a gamer all his life, so he pretty much got me into everything. He got my first console for me. I think the first game I played was either Little Big Planet or it was COD.
Bugha had a pretty normal childhood. He did well in school and loved playing sports with his friends.
When I'm with my friends, I'm usually playing basketball, something like that.
But little did he know that a game that was about to come out would change his life forever. Fortnite Battle Royale was released on September 26, 2017. It was a free-to-play add-on to the original game Fortnite Save the World, which not many people were playing.
Bro.
Well, nobody other than
Bro, I never in my life played Save the World. I've never played Save the World, bro. As much as I play Fortnite, bro, I've never touched Save the World, bro. Let me know if that's sad or not.
than Bugha's dad, apparently, who introduced Bugha to the game Fortnite.
My dad played video games for like his entire life. He first introduced me to the game because he played Save the World, but I kind of found the Battle Royale, so I started playing that with some of my friends, and then eventually got to competing.
Bugha actually started playing Fortnite on console, but at some point he realized that he was way better than his friends at school, and he was actually really good compared to most of the community. That's when he decided to take the next step and get a PC to start scrimming with other high-performing players.
I just kept playing just for the enjoyment and getting better, but then eventually I realized I was getting like a little bit too good for my friend group that I was playing with. I actually switched over to PC and
bro, if you know, you know, bro. I was a GOAT on PS4, bro. Back in them days, Playground, bro. I used to stay in Playground and just build 90s all day, bro. Telling you, I was on it, bro. I was trying to become the best player in the world, like literally, bro.
and just like I pretty much got introduced to a group of people and they were like, hey, you want to go scrim?
And just a reminder, Bugha was joining the competitive community back in the dark days of Fortnite, where we had no ranked or arena modes. There were only custom lobbies, and they didn't even have creative yet to practice your building or aiming. It was just you, public lobbies, and a dream of winning that victory royale. However, special Discord servers called scrim cords were starting to pop up, and here you could find teammates of similar skill levels, and if you wanted to scrim the other players in the Discord, there weren't any custom codes. You literally had to count down 3, 2, 1 and hit ready and hope that you guys would all get the same game. It was really annoying at the time because it took a lot of dedication to even try and practice to get better, but that effort is what would catapult some of these players like
if you remember these days, man.
Luckily, as time went on, Epic started to realize that Fortnite was a little bit more than a fad and it wasn't going anywhere. And the players that were in the competitive scene wanted more than just victory royales to compete for. They wanted IRL and LAN tournaments with real-life cash prizes. And Fortnite wanted to give them that, so they began to test the waters with actual esports tournaments. Unfortunately, however, the original age to compete in competitive Fortnite was 16, and at the time that we're talking about now, Bugha was only 15 years old. However, before the Winter Royale tournaments in 2018, Epic Games decided to drop down the age of competition to just 13 years old, which finally allowed Bugha to compete at a professional level. Unfortunately, however, Bugha did not qualify for the Winter Royale, but wasn't about to give up there. It was only his first competitive tournament, so he decided to go on and compete in the next one, called the Share the Love tournament that following February. In addition, he competed in the Scallywag Cup and the Blackheart Cup, and once again, he didn't perform so well in these tournaments either. But Fortnite was about to announce their first ever prestigious tournament that would change esports as we know it, and it was called
the Fortnite World Cup. The Fortnite World Cup starts on April 13th, when all eligible Fortnite players from around the world will be able to compete in the weekly online opens. Each online open has a prize pool of $1 million. That's 10 weeks and $10 million up for grabs. And it's all online. In each region, the top performing players from the online opens will earn a spot in the Fortnite World Cup Finals in New York City to compete for their share of a $30 million prize pool.
This event was one of the biggest tournaments in esports history. And then to top it off, a giant LAN tournament in New York City with an additional $30 million prize pool.
Don't ask me how I remember that.
And what was cool about this event is that you didn't even need an org to qualify. For those of you who aren't really interested in esports outside of Fortnite, you usually can't play in a tournament unless you're a part of a team. And even if you get on a team, there are different levels of competition and it's very complicated. But in Fortnite, you can just log on, play a few rounds with the boys, and make some money. And because of this, 40 million people loaded up their PCs and consoles to compete in the qualifying weeks of the World Cup. To put into perspective how many people 40 million is, that is 5 times the amount of people that live in the entire New York City. Luckily for Bugha, around the time the World Cup qualifiers were starting, he did manage to find his way onto an organization called Sentinels. Sentinels had a presence in the esports community long before Fortnite. They were originally known for League of Legends and slowly expanded to other games like Fortnite and later on Valorant. Bugha officially joined the Sentinels roster on March 25th of 2019, just a few days before the World Cup qualifiers were scheduled to begin. Bugha had already been duoing with a player named Kuros for a while, and he was on the Sentinels Fortnite roster, so signing Bugha to the org as well was a no-brainer.
When I first played with him, like the first few days of scrims, he clutched out like so many games. Like his mechanics honestly were so insane back then, way ahead of everyone, maybe other than Clicks, but like he was probably one of the best, fastest players I've seen.
So against all odds and ready to prove his haters wrong, Bugha loaded up for the first week of NA East.
Your new home deserves Xfinity.
No,
And this.
an ad.
I like the snowflakes.
Also do taxidermy.
World Cup qualifiers.
We start with North American East here. Here are your qualifying players. Bugha at the #1 spot. Everyone thought it was going to be Aspect. Well, there goes Bugha.
Of course, this first place ranking in week 1 of the qualifiers got him a ticket straight to New York City. But just because he qualified didn't mean that he was going to give up the rest of the 10 weeks of qualifiers. He continued to compete every week, partly because it was good practice, but also because he wanted to qualify with his duo Kuros. Unfortunately, however, the two of them never qualified as a duo. So on July 26th of 2019, Bugha headed with just his family to New York City for a weekend that would absolutely change his life forever. To set set the stage, before this World Cup, Bugha had never played a LAN tournament, let alone even been to New York City before. He hadn't even ridden on a train before this.
I woke up that morning, and I was pretty excited. It was the first time I've ever been on a train. I was just thinking about how I would meet everyone that I've been playing with for over like a year and a half now.
Once Bugha got to New York, though, he wasn't looking...
Bro, what the Bro, why you low-key look like Donald Trump? Like, Bugha and Donald Trump had a baby.
To ride trains and have fun, he was immediately locked in.
He started practicing in the lobby of the hotel that they had set up for players.
Mama Bugha.
Kept that schedule from there on out.
We pretty much just went in, practiced for about like 2 to 3 hours at a time, and from there on out, it usually hit nighttime. You could just see everyone was trying to get in the zone.
Oh my god, the face rate technique was.
Controller player!
I was a little bit nervous just because I didn't really have a drop spot or a location, so I just kept practicing, playing scrims.
Going into these practice sessions, Bugha has said that he had no idea where he was even going to land during the actual tournament until the night before. Without too much of a plan, Bugha entered into the World Cup solo finals on July 28th of 2019. Going into the event, he was not considered a frontrunner at all. Even though he placed first in NA East Week 1, people were saying that it was a fluke and that he wasn't going to perform as well on LAN. In addition, there were many players who qualified for both solos and duos multiple times.
That would have been good right after that one game.
Wasn't one of those people, so a lot of people said it was just luck. Anyways, it was time for the World Cup to start.
In Game 1, my strategy was just kind of survive and get out there and understand the playing field that I was on since it was my first LAN tournament, so I pretty much made it to mid-game. But I didn't really have too many materials and I was kind of shambles on my loot. So I went in.
How did they get this footage? How did they get this footage, bro?
And then
it's like a movie intro.
Kind of just popped off.
It's a movie intro.
What a shot. Bugha the 5. Big hit, and Bugha picking up his 6th elimination. Back-to-back, Bugha
that
picking
comeback,
up another
boy.
elimination.
I remember
you hit your sets with that comeback, it's over.
Going, is this real?
It's over.
Bugha is playing now.
No way.
It was a 1v1, and I was low
Rio, I ain't seen that name in a while.
Can he find the 9th elimination and the first victory royale, the World Cup solos? It might be time for the shockwave play.
Uh-oh.
Did I impulse up?
Bro, did this really happen or somebody...
Hit him once, and then I put out my AR, and I just finished him.
Is this the actual footage?
Right out of the gate, Bugha had done it. He won the first ever game at the Fortnite World Cup tournament, but he could not get too cocky. You see, there were 6 matches in the tournament, and this was only game 1. And it was still anybody's game. And with that being said, the next match did not go well at all.
It worked out, man.
I saw a supply drop on a mountain, and it turns out there were 2 other players going for it as well.
The OG AK. Oh my god. That combo right there, bro. The comeback and that OG AK, bro. I'm not gonna lie, goated. Real.
Feeling healthy by leaps and bounds. Making a dinner that makes their whole day. And your best friend for the best nutrients for their best life. Science did that.
It's mesmerizing. Cleaning a greasy mess with Dawn Platinum.
And not even scrubbing.
Well, fluff my feathers. It cuts through the slimy stuff better than their old dish soap, removing 99% of grease. That's why only Dawn is trusted to save wildlife.
Bugha eliminated to start off this game in 90th place.
Although Bugha felt defeated, he wasn't going to let that get to him. Learning from his mistakes, he played the rest of the games a lot safer and realized that these players were the best in the world, and he had to keep himself locked in even if he was in first place.
Going into my third game, I was going to do the same thing I did in the first one.
Right. You won the first one, you can keep doing it. Ain't no need to change it up.
I made it endgame and got like top 10. In game 4, my materials were very low.
He had like nothing left.
That's some crazy editing,
using strategy the entire time. Just maneuvering himself right in between everybody.
I got $1 million cash for whoever edit this video. Come edit for me. I got you.
Bugha still holds
Get that score, get that score.
first place position.
Bugha sits atop his throne. Far and away in first place. There it is, a big shot. What a beast! We've got to watch this man continue to dominate. A statement is being made.
And then it was official. He had done.
Bro, if I was in this, Bugha would have never won, bro. He would have never won World Cup. I would have had $3 million. And I would have been somewhere fucking Hawaii, something.
Welcome to the winner's circle. Your Fortnite World Champion, Bugha!
And of course, his parents and family were right there to support him. Bugha came out of that weekend not only a champion, but also $3 million.
Yeah.
16 years old.
That's why they happy.
Multi-millionaire, which of course shocked the mainstream media. Because up until
took all
this
that boy
point,
money.
the old people of America thought that anybody who played video games was going to end up being a criminal or something. Turns out that couldn't be any farther from the truth. This win started a media.
Facts. Like, bro, you playing a video game, bro, you staying out the way, that's good. Like, you on the right track. I'd rather sit home and play video games all day than be out in the street somewhere, bro. I'm trying to, you know what?
Frenzy. And no, not a social media frenzy, an actual media frenzy where Bugha would be all over the television and news. Everyone wanted to know who Bugha was and how this 16-year-old just made $3 million from playing video games.
$3 million is crazy.
Fortnite World Cup Solos champion, Bugha. He is 16 years old from Pennsylvania and now $3 million richer. How does that sound?
Sounds
16,
amazing.
that was at Burger King.
Woke up, had a bananas, won $3 million. No big deal. Not bad. What are you going to do with $3 million? I propose maybe you buy a new car, and you reminded me you don't have a driver's license yet because you're only 16 years old. So what are you going to do with all that cash?
Save the money, but it's my future, and probably buy a new desk.
A new desk?
Not even a new computer?
No.
And parents around the world were asking how Bugha was doing all of this. Are his parents insane and crazy and letting him skip school? Well, it turns out that they weren't insane. They're just supportive of his son and his hobbies.
You know, it's all in moderation, you know, and we always told him that as
W
long as
parents,
his grades were
man.
up,
W
we would support
parents.
him, and we would
Drop
try to do what we
W's
could.
in the
And as soon as the
drop
grades
W's
start
in the comments
slipping,
for
we
Bugha
said,
parents, bro.
which they haven't,
They go to
thank God, we said that there's consequences to that because, you know, as talented as he is, I've always
I ain't gonna lie. Your mama kind of look a little.
thank God, we said that there's consequences to that because,
Nah, bro. Hey, Bugha, your mama kind of fine, bro.
you know, as talented as he is, I've always said there's a 12-year-old that's coming up that's going to have the same skill sets and is going to, you know, be better. And by the time he's 25, 30, I don't want him working at, you know, a fast food restaurant.
And as we know, his parents supporting this
This was me struggling with posting consistently.
At the time, turned into one incredible career for Bugha. And just to be very clear, this story does not end here. The World Cup was just the beginning for Bugha. It was clear that things were never going to be the same for him or his family ever again. And just wait till we get later in this video and you hear some of the twists and turns and ups and downs that Bugha would have to deal with.
It's been hectic from that standpoint of trying to get our lives back together, but I believe that he's got a strong
famous
future in
pug,
streaming
man.
and gaming. And as long as he wants to do that and he's happy, we'll be supportive of it.
Although his life was changed forever, it didn't mean that Bugha would be Fortnite famous forever. See, new players are constantly rising in the ranks, so Bugha had to figure out a way to stay as one of the biggest names in Fortnite forever. This is usually when players choose to either focus on being a pro player or jump into the world of content creation. And Bugha did the incredibly challenging side, which is to do both. Many people don't know this, but Bugha was actually already creating content before the World Cup. His Twitch account was actually created in 2015, and he started streaming on March 11th of 2018 to absolutely no viewers. Additionally, his first ever video uploaded to YouTube would be on May 8th of 2018. Bugha streamed a total of 538 hours in 2018 to an average of 6 viewers. He never reached higher than 54 viewers during an entire year, but he loved what he was doing, so he kept on going. And while streaming, he would occasionally upload highlights to his YouTube channel, and those were a little bit more successful than his stream. In fact, the third video ever uploaded to his channel currently sits at 2 million views, but that's probably people going back and watching it after he won the World Cup. So in all reality, Bugha was really struggling with content creation. Bugha continued to stream and upload YouTube videos into 2019, slowly gaining a few followers and making a small name for himself in the competitive scene. However, it wouldn't really take off until he won the Solo World Cup Finals, and he absolutely blew up. He went from 70,000 followers on Twitch to a whopping 800,000 in just a couple of weeks. Instead of averaging 50 viewers or 500 viewers, Bugha was averaging 50,000 viewers. Luckily for Bugha, he was charismatic and likable, and so a lot of these new fans actually stuck around to watch him. I mean, people don't understand that being a big content creator isn't about just being...
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, Bugha, like... That's cap, bro. Bugha, he a good player, bro. Don't get me wrong, bro. But as far as, like, personality... Bro, just, like... Bro, I don't know, bro. He just don't say nothing. Like, he cool to watch. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying, like, he a bad streamer or anything or... anything like that, but... As far as, like... streaming and like personality wise, it's just not there, bro. It's just not there. I can't watch it. Some people will, but me personally, I just can't. I don't know what it is, bro.
Being a good player. Obviously, being a successful pro can help, but you need to have the personality and creative ideas to keep people entertained. In addition, people outside of the Fortnite community started to take notice of Bugha's success too. He was actually nominated for Best PC Rookie of the Year and Best Esports Player of the Year at the Esports Awards, and he won both categories.
And the winner of the Esports PC Rookie of the Year, Fortnite God himself, it's Bugha.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This is an honor. Just to think, about a year ago, I couldn't even compete because of my age, to now receiving an award is incredible. I just want to give a special thanks to my family, my friends, my fans, my team Sentinels, and most important, Epic Games for even making this possible.
Nerd Awards.
And your winner for Esports PC Player
Nerd
of the Year,
Awards.
none other than Bugha.
I'm a nerd
Definitely
too, so
didn't
I
expect to win this, I'm going to be honest, but it's an absolute honor to be placed in the same category as so many of these talented individuals. And once again, thank you all for the support, and I can't wait to see what esports has in the future.
And he was still maintaining a social media presence as well. So much so that Bugha got invited by Sabra Hummus to appear in their 2022 Super Bowl ad.
Bananas.
He was there alongside Charlie D'Amelio,
That man got paid
Megan
$1
Thee
million
Stallion,
just to say
and of
bananas.
course, Chester Cheetah. You know, the Cheetos guy. He was also included
Crazy.
in the Forbes 30 Under 30 list in 2020 alongside fellow Fortnite creator Nick A30. Get it? Nick A30, 30 Under 30. Okay, no more jokes for Timmy. Anyways, Bugha was doing all...
Ain't no way.
With Asana, AI is no longer a tool. It's a teammate. Try it for free.
No.
From Tide, the #1 brand used by dermatologists. No irritating residues, no dyes, no perfumes.
30
Cause ain't no way
Fortnite creator.
that boy got paid so much money just
Forbes
to say
30
banana.
under 30 list in 2020, alongside fellow Fortnite creator Forbes and a
Banana.
by Sabra Hummus to appear in their 2022 Super Bowl ad.
Bananas.
He was there alongside Charlie D'Amelio,
Boy
Megan Thee Stallion,
got paid $1
and
million
of course,
just to say
Justin
bananas.
Cheeto. You know, the Cheetos guy. He was also included in the Forbes 30 under 30 list in 2020, alongside fellow Fortnite creator Nick A30. Get it? Nick A30, 30 under 30. Okay, no more jokes for Tim. Anyways, Bugha was doing all of this crazy stuff, but there was only one problem. Because he was so focused on content creation and being on the news and in Super Bowl commercials, it seemed to be affecting his gameplay. See, after the World Cup, Fortnite and Epic Games needed a way to captivate all these fans from the World Cup and keep them watching the game. So they came up with FNCS. FNCS, also known as the Fortnite Championship Series, would be launched in Season X, which was the following season after the World Cup. In the Season X FNCS Grand Finals, Bugha and his newfound trio of Stretch and Clarity only placed 26th out of 33 teams. And the next season, they had to add on a fourth person as it moved into squads, and with Twyfo, they only got 21st out of 25
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, just looking at these dudes, bro, you can just tell like they
won
just
the World
don't
Cup
get
as a
no
fluke,
type
and
of
that maybe he had fallen off or was never really that good in the first place. However, Bugha knew that he needed to prove everyone wrong if he wasn't going to let some kid take his spot as the best Fortnite player in the world. And the next season was duos. And because of that, Bugha went back to his old trio mate Stretch and managed to place 5th in FNCS Finals, which is a little bit better. However, coming up later on, May 24th of 2020, Epic held an FNCS solo invitational. Although Bugha wasn't performing great in team game modes, everybody knew that he was the GOAT of solos, right? So obviously this would be the tournament where he would prove that once again he was on top of the Fortnite world. But unfortunately, things didn't go that way, as Bugha would only get 40th place in the NA East Invitational. So not only was he playing poorly in team games, but also in solos. And at this point, people were accusing Bugha of so many things. People saying that he fell off, or some even saying that he had to have been hacking to win the World Cup, which although obviously wasn't true, it must have hurt for him to see those things. With all of this going on, however,
you can't blame the people for saying that, bro.
And we're gonna get back to his competitive side in just a moment,
You
but
got
there was a
40th place.
huge event that took place in January of 20.
How you go from winning World Cup to getting 40th place? What happened to your skill?
2020 that we have to mention, and that was the Fortnite Icon series launching, and it of course started with Ninja getting his skin.
It happened! It's official! We finally got a ninja skin in the game! We did it!
Anyways, after this Ninja skin was released, they released a ton of other celebrities and fellow content creators like Travis Scott, Loserfruit, Lachlan, and Laserbeam, just to name a few. But how could the Fortnite world champ himself not have gotten one? Well, that wasn't a question after July 19th, when Fortnite finally announced that they were adding Bugha to the game.
The two most impactful moments I've ever had in my career: the 2019 Fortnite World Cup win, and the day I got my own Icon Series outfit.
Hey yo, this cool and all, but we need a Curse JD and a Cliss Icon skin, bro.
There are 3 variants of my outfit. This looks exactly like me. They got the joggers on, the shoes, the hair, everything is perfect. You got the World Cup variant, which is super cool.
This was a huge accomplishment for Bugha, considering that it's incredibly rare to get immortalized in not only your favorite game ever, but the one that you've changed forever. I can't even imagine how cool that must feel. Who knows, maybe I'll get a skin one day. But until then, you guys can buy this Jonesy skin or any other skin in the item shop using code TimmyFNBR. If you use it, let me know in the comments below. below, and I'll make sure to reply to your comment. Anyways, we have to get back to Fortnite for Bugha, because like I said, people were starting to doubt the kid, and whether or not he had a skin in Fortnite, that was never going to be enough for Bugha. He wanted to be back on top as one of the best players in the world. And in comes FNCS Chapter 2 Season 8. This event was trios, and Bugha decided to team up with Miro and Muzz. Muzz was an implant from the OCE region who had come over to America to make a name for himself. In addition, Miro at this point was one of the most decorated Fortnite players of all time, and I have a whole video about him that you guys can check out later. Anyways, this team of all-stars was set to make a big splash in the trios tournament, and if they didn't, it would look really bad for Bugha. Although they weren't able to get first place in the qualifiers, finishing 5th, they totally locked in for grand finals, earning first place. Yep, you heard me right. This team of all-stars got first place. And finally, Bugha was back on top of competitive Fortnite as one of the best players in the world.
Bro, Jamper got 30 points. Alice Brady died early. They didn't beat us. Bro, if Jamper got 30 points,
oh my god, we won! Let's go!
I swear to God, hold on.
I swear to God, we won.
But despite the incredible performance that this trio had, the team wouldn't stick together into next season like you might think. Because just a few days later, Bugha and Miro decided to seemingly drop Muzz from the trio.
Now that boy Muzz going crazy right now. Where Bugha at?
One day before the FNCS Grand Royale of Chapter 2 Season 9. And this news shocked the Fortnite community and caused a lot of controversy. Not only was it weird to drop a teammate the day before a tournament, but especially when you literally got first place in Grand Finals the season before.
Bugha, Muzz, and Miro splitting up is real. The team that just won the last NA East FNCS a few weeks ago has now already split up the day before Grand Royale. So let's get to the bottom of exactly what happened. Now, it's really confusing, and unfortunately, we don't have too much information because the original tweets that Miro made about dropping Muzz and staying with Bugha and finding out they're playing with Dukes have now been deleted. So that is the new team. We now have Bugha, Miro, and Dukes. Dukes obviously winning the last FNCS before we saw Muzz, Bugha, Miro win it. So they did drop Muzz for an FNCS winner the season before, but a lot of people are still really confused. Now, I don't have the tweets on hand. I believe Miro said something along the lines of Muzz is an incredible player. It is due to personal issues outside of them as a team.
Yeah, I was just finna say, bro. I was just finna say, like, that's why I kind of like paused, bro, because I was just finna say, like, it's kind of weird that he just left like that, like right before the tournament. But you gotta think about it, bro. For somebody to leave like that, like instantly like that, like it has to be something like personal going on, bro. Like, you never know, that man, somebody in his family could have passed away or something like that, and he just dropped everything and just went and attended to them. You feel me? You never know.
Know the full reason why this happened, but anyways, this team's switch seemed to end up paying off because Miro and Bugha, alongside their new trio mate Dukes, would place first in FNCS Grand Royale, winning $285,000.
We did, bro. Let's go, baby.
Unfortunately, however, this
even though something personal probably went on with my boy Muzz, I would have been hurt, boy. Oh my god, to find out that my team won the FNCS after I left, man, $285K, I'll be pissed. No cap, like I'll be somewhere in the corner crying, balled up.
Trio wouldn't last long, but for a different reason, because Fortnite FNCS would now go back to the duos meta. And sure, this doesn't sound like a huge change to a normal player. Casuals pick up and drop teammates every night based on who's free from work and school. But in competitive Fortnite, you can completely change the dynamic of a team simply by dropping or adding one player. And if you can't keep up with the new meta, whether it's duos, trios, or whatever, that can be the end to a career. Up until this point, like I had said, Bugha had gone from being on top of competitive Fortnite to falling off the seasons after and then winning 2 FNCSs in a row. But the three-peat would be the cherry on top to prove that Bugha was the greatest of all time. And shockingly, that's exactly what they did, as Bugha and Miro would get first place in Chapter 3 Season 1. This would mark Bugha's third ever FNCS win and Miro's fifth, which is particularly special for Bugha because around
playing with that boy Bugha.
People were swearing up and down that Bugha was completely washed. And look at him now, he's got 3 FNCS wins to prove that he's Bugha. But unfortunately, this dream team wasn't meant to be for much longer. As Miro and Bugha continued to compete together for the rest of Chapter 3, they would place 3rd in Chapter 3 Season 2 and 2nd in Chapter 3 Season 3.
Bro, imagine Bugha and Peterbot duoing for like a second World Cup. If World Cup 2 was duos, Peterbot and Bugha need a team up, bro. I guarantee 100% they win. Easy.
And let's be real here for a second. Top 3 placements are certainly not something to complain about at all. For some players, that is a life-changing achievement and would be good enough on its own. But for 2 of the most decorated players in Fortnite history, they were honestly disappointed that they didn't win every single tournament. And their placements would go really downhill when the 2 competed in the 2022 FNCS Invitational. This was the first tournament since the World Cup where we were seeing the entire world played against each other instead of just regions. And
when comfy softness beats meet fragrant scent beats, they blend together to create an incredible feeling beyond cozy, called Cozy. New Downy Comfy Cozy breathes life into your laundry.
Now you can get 3 pieces of our signature chicken for just $5.
3 pieces of $5, I need 3 pieces for $3.
And unfortunately for Bugha and Miro, they only placed 36th out of 50 teams. And because of that, the 2 decided to part ways for good. This was devastating because Miro decided at the time that he wanted to retire from Fortnite completely. And this wouldn't be the only disappointment for Bugha that year, because December 28th, he would be dropped from his longtime organization, Sentinels. And he wasn't the only member dropped, because the organization dropped their entire
Fortnite they get that bread,
As our organization maps out the future, our strategy is to focus on games that provide the opportunity to activate for our sponsors or offer
BRB. And action.
team-branded in-game content. Fortnite has not offered either of those. I am announcing today we will no longer be competing in Fortnite.
This officially made Bugha a free agent for basically the first time ever in his career, and definitely the first time since the World Cup. Of course, however, Bugha didn't stay unsigned for long, because being one of the GOATs gets you picked up pretty quickly. And 2 months later, Bugha would sign with Dignitas.
That's how you say it.
Not much changed on a competitive level for Bugha once joining Dig, but he's now appearing on their Fortnite channel and helping them make additional content over there. But other than that, he's still the same old Bugha. Bugha's still streaming regularly on Twitch, and although his audience isn't as big as he was in 2019 or 2020, of course he was getting way more viewers back then during Prime Fortnite with the pandemic going on, and now he still averages 3,000 viewers on Twitch, which is amazing. Despite the lower average viewers, he still has a whopping 5.5 million million Twitch followers, and 4.6 million subscribers on YouTube, where his videos get regularly hundreds of thousands, if not millions of views. And additionally, just a few weeks before recording this video, Bugha actually qualified for the Global Championships in FNCS Major 3 with his duo. It's impossible to predict who's winning this year at Globals, but honestly, I would love to see Bugha back at the top of competitive Fortnite, because let's be real, that's where the GOAT belongs. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to click this one right here to watch another. I love you all, and thank you so much for the...
Nah, man, we need cornbread up in there, bro. When I get a PC, it's over. I'm telling you, coming for the #1 spot. I'm shitting on Peter, but I'm shitting on Clicks. I don't care who it is, bro. I don't care. But nah, W video, man. Let me leave a like for that boy, Timmy. Yes, sir. But yeah, man. That's been what happened to Bugha. You know, that boy, I feel like that man, he just wanted that money. He got that money. He's just doing his thing. You know, he getting older, so he probably using that money to like invest into other things now, bro. Like, he probably got some properties, some houses and stuff, like, or he probably just out here, you know, bro, probably tricking, bro. $3 million, he probably tricking it just a little bit. You know, he of age now, so he probably out here tricking on the huz. You feel me? We don't know, but yeah, if you like the video, hit the like button. Simple. Drop a comment, and drop a sub, and I love you forever.